When your family is the biggest cause of your pain. Kia ora, this is Katrin speaking from Inspire New Beginnings and 2 Points, 1 Smile. And I am talking to you today about family and the triggers they can cause and how you can respond to them. Well, most of us have had some form of issue, whether that happened when we are very little and we didn't know anything about it, or as teenagers, which is I think the normal part in any family, when you become your own individual and you are paving your own path, and sometimes that rubs against the ideas of your parents or the way they think life should be lived. I now would like to talk more about the real deeper pain that may have been caused in your family situation, and now you moved out, you kind of live your own life, and still, yes, you are or you're not, depending on where you live, connected in some form or way with your family, and that brings up triggers, like the triggers that cause you the pain from the past. Some of those triggers cause something that you are not even aware what that is, but it makes you either angry or it makes you extremely sad. That's what a trigger is. So can be just a phone call, can be a text message, but also can be your parents trying to infiltrate their own ideas into how you are supposed to live your life, any of this. And the family is kind of the closest part that we have in the first few years. So if anything happened or when stuff happened there, it stayed with you for a long time too. And you possibly haven't really started transforming this or healing this until you were more into your middle-aged years. And now, how do you deal with that? Well, I'm talking today more about more serious stuff, also more serious trauma or pain that has been caused in your family. And the first thing I always say is, first, look after yourself. You are number one in any scenario, whether we are two-pointing ourselves or two-pointing other people. You are the number one, because remember, when something triggers you, what does that mean? It means there is something within you that hasn't been healed yet, but that wants to be healed, that wants to surface, that wants to be transformed. Otherwise, you wouldn't have that reaction. So a trigger is causing usually a reaction, and a reaction is something that we do involuntary, where we don't really think about something, where we just react rather than respond. Respond always requires a little bit of a pause and then making a decision about how to respond. So let's say you get triggered and the reactions are quite hard on you, and you still are part of a family. So you also have learned through your own family, through your culture, through wherever you live, family is important. One needs to be able to love your parents. One needs to uphold the connection. All these things that we think we are supposed to do. I would like to say to that, if there is pain, if there is shame, if there is guilt, if there is anything, first, again, transform and heal and release it within you. Because once you do that, once you heal that part, that relationship that you are having with your family will change automatically. There is no other way. Remember, what happens, or our outside world is reflecting how we feel inside. So if you are triggered, that means something wants to be healed, wants to be transformed, wants to be released. Once we've done this, the outside world will not trigger that point anymore. It just happens like that. I have had many of these moments myself, if you read my story. And I can only say the main thing what motivated me to continue with this two-pointing journey is that my life felt completely different once I started healing, transforming, and releasing these family patterns that were causing me still as an adult a lot of pain. So to give you a lighter idea how you get started, if you are familiar with the two-pointing method, one of the easy ways to start, so that it's not, you don't have to go on any story, you go again in mental level alpha, everything is light and information, and then you feel gratitude for something. Maybe you feel gratitude for the knowledge that once you transform this, you will live completely different. But you can also be grateful for the cat sitting on your lap, or the last time you walked with your dog, or had coffee with a friend. Anything that makes you feel grateful is good. And then, instead of now going into the trauma or the story, all you now say, without actually activating anything, is that you would like to feel lighter in every situation in your life. And with lighter, we are not necessarily meaning weight, although, it can feel a load of weight comes off your shoulder when you feel lighter. No, lighter is lighter in the way you move, lighter in the way you make decisions, lighter in the way you observe and experience life. So now you simply state, I would like to feel lighter in every situation of my world. And then you ask, are there any blockages that prevent me from experiencing that? And then you scan your energy field. And once you feel a resonance, you state, be transformed or be released. And you can repeat that 3 times. So it's very simple. Just ask for any blockages that prevent you from experiencing feeling lighter in every situation of your life. And then after that, again, you integrate. You ask, are there any resources that would be beneficial for me to experiencing feeling lighter in everyday scenario? And then you scan your energy field again. And this time when you feel the resonance, you state integrate. This usually feels a little lighter already. And then to finish, you just say you would like to connect with your future aspect that is already living, feeling lighter in every situation of your life. And then you scan your energy field again. And if you are feeling a resonance, you state again, integrate. And that's all you need to do. So this is a way to slowly, step by step, feel lighter without necessarily straight away going into the deeper story, the deeper trauma. That is something you can then do when you do feel a little lighter, and have a complete session with all the different questions you are asking. When you feel like, yes, today I'm ready to tackle some of that old blockage, that old trauma, that old trigger. But for now, maybe just ask for feeling a little lighter every single day. I hope this is helpful. You can comment below, and I see you next time. Bye for now.